for joining me on Phantom Report. You've commanded 3 Corps in Fort Hood for about 100 days now. What have those first 100 days been like?
Well, it's been an absolute honor and pleasure. I've had a great time. I've been all over the command, been to about every unit on the installation to include our great partners. I think I have a couple more to do this week, but I've really enjoyed it. To get out to meet soldiers and families and really the civilian community, it's been a great amount of fun. I'm having a great time. Looking forward to the next 100 days and the next 100 days after that.
Now, when you took command in April, you said you would continue to improve the family and support networks that are the cornerstone of our soldiers' comprehensive fitness, meaning mind, body, and spirit.
Right.
What happened in the first 100 days with regard to this?
Well, I've really done what I would call an assessment, taking a look at the programs at the Corps and what I'm used to and what the Army's asked us to do. And my assessment is we've got some really great programs. I think we have maybe too many that we need to take a look at that are redundant, that provide dual capability, and then look at those programs. We've got a task force looking at it now. Cull out the ones that are redundant that may be unnecessary, and then focus on those programs that really get after comprehensive fitness for soldiers, family members, civilians, and retirees. That helps them focus on the mind, body, spirit, social, and the whole piece of comprehensive fitness. So I'm very comfortable with our programs, but not complacent. The key is getting our soldiers and families to take advantage of those programs. And that's probably the biggest challenge, but we can talk about that in a few minutes. But that's where I'm going, to get them to take advantage of all those programs.
You said we will continue to build and sustain resilient teams in order to adapt to hybrid threats that challenge our national security. And as we pull out of Iraq and Afghanistan, come home and prepare for the future, are we changing the way we do business?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say that we're changing the way we're doing business. I see 2 challenges on the horizon for the Army in Fort Hood as I look at the drawdown in Iraq almost coming out in its entirety and significantly downsizing in Afghanistan. That is now, after 10 years of war, almost, we've got a number of soldiers, non-commissioned officers, and officers with a tremendous amount of combat experience. And so how do we leverage that combat experience, keep them motivated and focused on training here for a future contingency, vice going back and forth to Iraq and Afghanistan like they're used to now? So how do we keep the ante up for them to stay focused on what they got to do to train? The second challenge is those soldiers, NCOs, and officers and families are going to have some challenges. And we know that, from PTS to TBI to behavioral health and all things in between. And we've got to grow capacity in the behavioral health field and comprehensively to really provide the care for those folks for a generation. And that's what we've got Colonel Sargent from our hospital coming in to talk to me about this week. How are we going to grow capacity here to match the growing requirement as we return forces and redeployers from both theaters? So I'm going to work real hard on that over the next whatever length of time I'm in command to make sure that we focus on that in a comprehensive way to get after taking care of all of our great soldiers and families and retirees and civilians.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. From Fort Hood, Texas, this has been Phantom Report.